What if the emotions you are carrying weren't meant to be carried forever? What if the shame, the anger, the guilt, the grief weren't life sentences, but messages asking to be understood? What if emotional healing isn't about being stronger, but about finally knowing what to do with what you feel? Today, we're going to teach you how to do exactly that. How to process an emotion fully so it can release its grip on you.
Every lesson is a lyric in the universal song. Oh, the lessons of the journey, I'll weave them in my song.
Thanks for coming back to the second part of how to actually process emotions. This week, we are going to dive deep into the actual processing work. Let's get started. Welcome to Lessons of the Journey. I'm Coach Nicole here with Coach Jen. And today we're talking about how to actually process your emotions in a way that's healthy, grounded, and backed by science. Emotions are not problems. They are processes. They're experiences that want to move through you, not live inside you indefinitely. And when you know how emotions work, processing them becomes so much less intimidating. It becomes something you can do gently, intentionally, and consistently. So in this episode, you'll learn the complete research-supported method for emotional processing, broken down into 4 simple steps.
Okay, we are going to begin the practices now. If you're driving, walking, or unable to participate fully, just listen. You can come back to this. Your brain will still absorb the process. If you are able, find a quiet moment, a comfortable seat, and let your body soften just a little. We're going to enter into a guided practice. This step is simple, but very powerful. So sit comfortably, let your shoulders relax, let your jaw release, take in a slow breath, and exhale fully. Now gently ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Beneath the surface, underneath all that noise. Choose one word. Anger, sadness, shame, fear, disappointment, loneliness, frustration, guilt, grief. There is no wrong answer. Whatever comes up is valid. Now say silently, I notice I'm feeling blank. Let the name settle. Let your body acknowledge it. Now add this phrase. It's okay that this feeling is here. Even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's messy, even if you wish it were different. Now take 3 slow breaths with that emotion, as if you're giving it space to unfold. Good. Naming the emotion is the first step to releasing it.
I need to do that once this episode is out. I'll be listening so I can participate. I was like, don't feel, Nicole, you got to talk at some point. Whew, that could have got deep real fast.
Keep some tissues by. I find that, people that are just going. I've built the walls. I have the armor up. There's no time to feel. When you allow this 1 minute, take a look deep inside. Some shit comes up. Y'all, it comes up and
I might start leaking.
That's it. That's it. And we go, wait, I don't cry. I'm not a crier. I can't do this. And then we start again in that loop. We start judging the emotion. It's okay. It's okay. Wipe the tears, feel it. It needs to be felt. The tears are coming because you've shoved it down for so long. It didn't have anywhere to go, and it turned into anger and resentment and shame and all of those things. Feel it. Let it cry. The tissues can be thrown away. It's okay. You're human. Did we forget that?
Probably.
Yeah.
Step 2 is going to be expressive writing. So if you can right now, take out a notebook or open a note app on your phone. If you can't, just listen. Your mind will still follow the structure. We'll write continuously. No editing, no overthinking, just honesty. And I'm going to give you a new prompt every minute. So come back to what Jen said. I notice I'm feeling, and what is the emotion? And it's okay that this feeling is here. So we're going to start with what happened was. Let the story flow. Now we're going to talk about the emotion I'm feeling is, and in my body, I notice. Be specific. Where does it live inside you? What story did you attach to it? The story I told myself about this is, it might be, I'm not enough, I'm unwanted, I messed it up, I'm not safe. Let it be raw and let it be your story. This emotion could talk to me right now. It would say, anger might say, protect yourself. Sadness might say, let me slow you down. Fear might say, be careful. Shame might say, hide. Let your emotions speak. What do you need? Write down what I need right now is. And then what is it? Support, clarity, forgiveness, space, a conversation, a nap? Name it. Let's gently close the writing practice. Let your breath deepen. You've just completed one of the most powerful emotional tools available to you.
Good work, y'all. If this is the first time you're doing this, please just give yourself a big hug. This is a big deal. This is like the start of some emotional clarity you didn't even know you were ready for. So here's a really cool practice with an acronym that I think we can all remember, and it's RAIN mindfulness. So we're going to go through it. We're going to do another guided embodiment practice here. Again, if you're not able to, just listen. If you are able to, sit down. We'd like you to find some stillness and let your hands rest gently. Let your breath settle in. And there are 4 steps, and it is the RAIN acronym. It's recognize, allow, investigate, nurture. The R in RAIN stands for recognize. So you notice the emotion that is present. You name it internally. You acknowledge its existence without judgment. The A is for allow. You whisper to yourself, I don't have to push this away. You can let the feeling be here. You're safe. The I in RAIN stands for investigate. Move your attention into your body. Where do you feel it most strongly? Is it in your chest, your stomach, in your throat, somewhere in your face? What is the quality that you're experiencing? Is it tightness, heat, some pressure, a strong pulse? Is it heavy? You don't have to do anything about it. Just observe what it is. Now ask yourself, what does this emotion need? Is it comfort, breath, understanding, rest? The N in RAIN stands for nurture. Offer yourself a moment of compassion. This is human. This is allowed. I am doing my best. Take a slow inhale, a long exhale. That is beautiful, y'all.
This is human. This is allowed. I am doing my best. That's my new mantra.
There you go.
I love that.
This is such a wonderful way to just come back into ourselves. And we have been conditioned that this is not allowed. But guess what? It is. You are not weak. There's nothing wrong with you. You are human, and You are not broken. You are creative and resourceful and whole just as you are. This is good work.
I feel like in the moment, if I could, when I feel shame or when I feel embarrassed, if I could come to myself with this, starting with saying, I feel ashamed.
Yeah.
This is human. This is allowed. I
Yeah.
am doing my best. And I can sit with this feeling for 60 seconds.
Yes. And
Right
Nicole,
there. That's the formula.
I came to you, Nicole, and I was like, I'm feeling this way. What would you say to me?
I would say you're human. This is totally allowed and you're doing your best.
Right?
And forgive yourself.
Why is it so hard for us to talk to ourselves like somebody we love? What is that blockage here?
That is my life's work. So practice number 4 is repair and action. So this is a grounding practice. And this last step is what prevents emotions from circling endlessly, that rumination. Literally taking a shower and thinking about an emotional experience I had with someone 5 years ago. I ruminate constantly. I'm so happy to have this information out. No more circling endlessly.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, what is one small action that honors what I'm feeling? Not a big change, not a life overhaul, really talking to me here. Just one aligned step. So here's 3 categories that maybe that step. Do you need a connection? So reach out to a friend, share a truth, make a call, say, hey, I could use a minute. Number 2, do you need a correction? Do you need to clarify something? Do you need to fix a small misunderstanding? Do you need to offer a sincere apology? Do you need to set one boundary? Category number 3, do you need compassion? Do you need to drink water, take a walk, take a rest, put a hand on your heart, say something kind to yourself? Choose one. Imagine yourself doing it and feel the shift in your body, that subtle release. That is emotional processing completing its cycle. I love that this is the last step, because after you've worked through what it really is and written the story and gotten to clarify the rain, now you know what the correction is.
This is good stuff.
Whew.
I've also noticed for me, moving physically out of the space that the rumination is happening in. So if I'm walking around my house and I'm just like, I'm anger cleaning and it's just spinning in my head, I got to go outside. I need to take a walk. I need to touch dirt. I have to physically move my body out of the space that is happening, because I can't get out of my head, but I can get out of the energy of the space. And then being able to move into one of these categories in a different space, I have found to be really helpful.
Do you think it's because the change of scenery, smells, experiences, touch help you get out of the space you were in and make a change inside of you?
Yeah, I can't speak to the science of it because I'm not really sure about that. For me personally, it helps me remember that I am a speck of dust in this universe. There's 8 billion people in this world. And usually when I'm ruminating, I'm in my house by myself or I'm in one room. And so it helps me kind of come out of myself, because very much when we're suppressing or ruminating, we're making it about ourselves. Again, this is for me personally, but it helps me feel a little more global, just stepping outside of that space. Like, oh, there's people here living their lives and what's going on with me. And I happen to live in a beautiful place. I go to the beach, I touch sand, I get in the ocean. And that is a physical representation of the movement for me as it's helping me through. Moving to those categories in a different space, it helps me clarify which category I really need to be in.
That's great. For you, it sounds like, and this is how I'm relating to it, so this may be for other people or not. When you're in your home, it's your whole world. Your house, inside your house is your whole world. And when you're going through something, it's like, this is everything. And the entire world right now is just what I'm experiencing. And then you go outside and you go, oh crap, everybody else isn't experiencing these either. Look at those people are smiling, or the sun is still shining and I thought the clouds were out and it was drizzling and the world was awful today. You know, actually I like
100%.
drizzle, but yes, getting out of that. So that's wonderful. I think it could be a cue to get into this space when you're feeling certain ways. So that's awesome. If you can. And sometimes we can't.
Yeah.
Maybe we're at work and we're trapped in the situation. But if we can find that wheel too, it seems like that would be the first step, right? Just find your wheel.
Carry it with you. Take a picture of it. Keep it on your phone.
Keep it on your phone. Exactly. I love that. So before we close, let's talk about the 3 traps that keep emotions stuck. All right. We know these. Number 1, intellectualizing. Thinking about your feelings instead of feeling them. Oh, man. Mm-hmm. If you catch yourself planning, analyzing, or over-explaining, drop into your body. Oh, okay.
If you think about CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, we are eliminating completely the feelings part of thought, feeling, action. So you don't get to overthink it and then jump into action because you're eliminating completely the feeling that creates the action behind it. A lot of people think that feeling comes before thinking. No, we actually are thinking, and that creates the feeling that then puts us into an action. Then we create new thoughts based on the outcome of that action. So you don't get to just make up a whole new philosophy. Okay, you don't. Your thoughts really do create these feelings. You don't get to create new actions without identifying the feelings. So please allow yourself, feel.
Yeah, that's very well said. I know that all of these things, the planning, the analyzing, the over-explaining, it's avoidance. Mm-hmm. Intellectualizing is just avoidance. Yeah. I don't have to feel if I can think. And by the way, I tie this to gratitude. One of the things that I've always said about gratitude is if you say what you're grateful for, you're in your head. If you say why you're grateful for it, you're in your heart.
Yeah.
So when you're in your head about your emotions, where is the sensation brings you back into your body?
That's so good, Nicole. Yep.
So it's got to get it out of my head and drop it into my body. Ooh, yep. Where is the sensation? And feel it. Pitfall 2, rumination, replaying events in your mind without resolution. We did talk quite a bit about this. Shift from why did this happen to what is this emotion trying to protect or reveal? I have to tell you that question actually gives me goosebumps. I don't know that I want to ask that about some of my emotions. It's a little terrifying. I have to be honest. Okay, I'm there with you guys. No, maybe everybody's like ready for this.
No, because there's work behind it. Every emotion that was trying to protect you happened for a reason. And what you're experiencing in these moments is that no longer serves me. So what is it trying to reveal to me that I now need to address? Because it did do something for you when it was created. That was an agreement that was probably made years and years ago, maybe not even by your own doing. And now you're going, this isn't working for me anymore. So you can thank those things and let them move, right? This is part of the processing. Thank you, 6-year-old self, for creating this mechanism that kept me safe. I don't need you anymore. And goosebumps.
This question, if I was really sitting with myself and we were not recording right now, that question would make me cry.
Oh, yeah. Everybody.
I would be like, here they come.
Yeah.
I'm going to be working on these. Pitfall number 3, avoidance, constant distraction, numbing, or over busyness. I know there's nobody in 2026 that can relate to this. So we're going to try the 90-second rule. Allow the emotion fully for just 90 seconds. Most feelings peak and fall within that window. Set your timer for 90 seconds and feel it. Feel it.
I hear so often when I go through breathing techniques with clients, I don't have time. You don't have 90 seconds. I've been on hold for like 2.5 hours with the IRS before. You're telling me you don't have 90 seconds? You can go to the bathroom and lock the door for 90 seconds. Seriously, yes. Nobody will miss you. You do have 90 seconds. Come on.
Hey, you could be like a child and do it on the toilet. We have no problems and there's no judgment. That's actually a really good idea.
I just said that to a client yesterday. I was like, do it on the toilet. Like, and I will remind you, constant distraction, numbing, and over busyness are trauma responses. And it's from shoving down these feelings that we didn't want to feel for so long.
Oh, yeah.
The getting drunk, taking a pill because I don't want to feel the uckiness. 90 seconds or numb it It's always going to come back, as Nicole has stated. So if you could choose the 90 seconds or the 17 years of feeling it, which one do you choose? Now that we know better, y'all. And I'm not preaching from a pulpit here. This is all stuff that we're actively working on.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a hypothetical story and we'll call her Maya. We could call her Jen. We could call her Nicole. It could be any one of you out there. Maya had a fight with her partner. It wasn't anything catastrophic. It was just one of those arguments where both people walk away feeling unheard. So Maya tries to brush it off. She tells herself, it's okay. I'm probably being overly sensitive. But that night, her chest felt heavy and her thoughts wouldn't settle. And a quiet ache stayed with her. And even the next morning, she was feeling it. So she tried the steps that we walked you through today. She sat down. She named it. I'm feeling hurt. She wrote for 10 minutes. She realized the story wasn't actually about the argument. It was about the fear of her losing closeness with her partner. So during that RAIN practice, she noticed the emotion as a tightening behind her ribs. And when she asked what it needed, the answer came very clearly. It was reassurance. Her repair step was small. A quick message to her partner saying, hey, when we walked away yesterday, I felt hurt. Can we talk about it when you're free? I really want us to feel close again. The conversation was soft, it was tender, and it was honest. And the heaviness lifted just by getting that message out. Not because the argument never happened, but because she honored the emotion instead of ignored it. This is the power of emotional processing. It changes your relationship with yourself. And then, of course, everyone around you.
Beautiful. We're going to do our takeaways.
I will start. I'm personally identifying with this very much right now because, yes, I've learned the tools, the tips, the tricks. I am a coach myself. I help people through this, but I had to learn it myself. And it doesn't go away once you've learned it. It's a constant practice of being able to sit with these things. And I love that we are being reminded, I am human. This is okay. And I'm going to be able to work through this. And a reminder that 90 seconds is 90 seconds. And out of the course of the day where we feel so torn in all of these directions, being able to pause and come back into ourselves is really the most beneficial thing I think that we can do for ourselves. We have 90 seconds to drink your water and go sit on the toilet, right? We have 90 seconds to come back into ourselves and remind ourselves we're not being chased by a lion, that this is okay. It's really a positive thing for me to remember that the more we practice this, the easier it gets. Oh, it's uncomfortable. It's going to last forever. It's not. Because when we allow ourselves the practice, you go, oh, that went away like the cloud. I was just talking to my 6-year-old. We think of feelings like clouds. Oh, look at that feeling of sadness moving over that way. And there you go. That's part of the process. So I think this is some of the most important information that we never learned in school. And I already knew this, but get yourself some feelings wheels, y'all. It makes such a difference. That's what I think.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I never grew up in a classroom that had a feelings wheel. Oh, there it is. An introduction to feelings. Yes, I have these feelings. I'm going to steal one of your sayings. This is my favorite episode ever. It's so simple. And laying it out this way, it feels simple. And you were talking about the cloud. I love the equation of digestion. I eat the food, process it through, and it's gone.
Yeah.
I love the idea of thinking of emotions that way. They're meant to go through, not be held and stuck in parts of my body. We go to get a massage because we want to get rid of the emotions in our body, but they're still going to be there because we're not processing them.
Oh, yeah.
This is such a beautiful practice, and I'm really excited to have this. I have in the past identified as somebody who has an overactive conscience. And what I realized that is just rumination.
Yeah, I can identify with that for sure.
It was actually on a TV show. I think I've talked about this before. And I went, oh, that's me. I feel guilty about something, and then I feel guilty, and then I feel guilty, and then I feel guilty. And it's like, it goes on and on and on and on. It's just rumination. And that's why I loved that. This is human. This is allowed. I am doing my best. And saying this is aloud means I'm not perfect and I don't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
I think that's brilliant. I'm taking that forward. And yeah, I want to digest emotions just as well as I digest food.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
And really with that analogy, again, the more you practice it, the more involuntary it is, just like our digestion.
I want my emotions to do the same thing. Like you said, natural. Initially, it's going to be clunky as all get out for me. I'm prepared for that. But I'm going to work this process much more efficiently and effectively now that I have the clarity of the path. So I love this.
And I love that you labeled the expectation. Yeah, it is going to be clunky at first. So very often brains like mine and Nicole's go, oh, intellectually, I understand it. So I'm going to be great at doing it the first time. No. Probably not the first 100 times, to be honest with you.
This has been a great episode. All right, let's go into our questions.
I really am excited about whatever this answer is going to be. Okay. Nicole, what is one thing that totally blows your mind?
Okay, a couple different things came to mind, but totally blows my mind how absorbent children's brains are. Totally blows my mind. My granddaughters, it's amazing how they are constantly absorbing what's happening around them, absorbing concepts and ideas and not yet fully formed brains.
Yes.
But they're picking up so much. It's kind of cool to watch. It's almost like you can see their little pliability of the brains just kind of morphing. And I love it.
That is such a good answer.
I discovered with my granddaughter, she's almost 4. If you ask her to do something, but you tell her why it's better for other people in the family, she'll do it.
Oh.
So if you say, hey, can you pick up those blocks? She might not do it. But if you say, can you pick up those blocks so that Opa doesn't trip on them? She will pick them up right away.
Ah.
She wants to know how she's going to affect the other people around her.
Interesting.
Now, I know multiple kids that if you said that to them, they wouldn't care. They'd be like, I don't care who I trip because they don't function like her. But the way her little brain functions, I'd love to learn about your way of processing and doing things, Jen. But then you take these little beings that are like forming all their things. It's like, oh, it's so exciting.
I love that answer. I learn this regularly. I have a 4 and a 6 and 11-year-old. And to hear them say something out of the blue and you go, where did that come from? And then they can tell you all of the different inputs that happened in order for them to create that independent thought. It is mind-blowing. I love your answer. It's my favorite answer.
Okay. My question for you is, do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
I know this one quickly because I've my whole life had to deal with this. I am an introvert. People go, Jen, no, you're not. You're so outgoing. Yeah. Guess what? Introverts can be outgoing. It is my recovery time that convinced me. So growing up, I thought outgoing meant extrovert. I thought that it meant you're fine in crowds. You like hanging out with people. So my whole life, I was like, I'm an extrovert. But then I never really truly identified with the definition of extrovert. What I learned was I really am the definition of introvert, which means that I have to recover solo. I love being out there. I love speaking on stages. I love being with my client and working through the transformations. And I got to go home and be by myself and recover. That apparently makes me an introvert. Now, I have seen online, I don't know how true this is, I never looked it up, that there's this like in the middle person that's like both. I don't know if I would be considered that both, because when I'm with my group of tight friends, I don't really need recovery from that because I can be my whole true, authentic, full version. I don't find myself needing recovery from those times. It's all the other times. So I don't know if I'm in the middle, could be made up. But to your question, I significantly identify as introvert, which surprises most everybody who knows me.
I think most people do think that introvert means someone who doesn't talk as much and extrovert means someone who talks. That's not my understanding either. Mine is yours. If you feel energized by being with people, then you're an extrovert. If you feel energized alone, then you're an introvert. Simply being you hang out with the people and you enjoy that. But then when you're done, you're like, okay, I need a recovery time.
Yes.
Because I'm exhausted by it.
Yeah.
And of course, there are people that are like, they're exhausted the moment they walk in the room. Extreme introverts And I don't know if it's our generation, because I always thought I was an extrovert when I was younger, because I do enjoy being with people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's because of the definition or because when I was younger, mislabeled as well. So interesting. Good answer.
I've learned what recovery means for me, which is different for everyone. Journaling is a part of recovery for me. That expressive writing, the getting it out, meditation. So I don't need a ton of recovery. Sometimes I do, like if I'm at an event, I need a whole day of recovery. But most of the time, recovery looks like 10-minute meditation with myself, or some journaling, or locking myself in the bathroom and taking a shower without my kids banging on the door. So sometimes recovery looks different. I think that's also an important distinction, is recovery can be those quiet little moments that bring me back to myself.
Yeah. Beautiful. All right. I'd like everyone to take one last slow breath with me. Inhale and exhale. So now you've practiced the 4 steps of emotional processing: labeling the emotion, writing the story, feeling the emotion, and repairing. And you don't have to do them perfectly. You don't have to do all 4 every time. You just have to show up with honesty and curiosity. Over time, emotions won't feel like storms that knock you over, but waves that move through you. You'll become someone who can feel deeply without being overwhelmed, who can navigate discomfort with clarity, and who can offer yourself the compassion you always needed. If this episode supported you, share it with someone who might need these tools today as well. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that this episode is our 50th on Lessons of the Journey. And we want to say thank you to everyone who follows, likes, and listens to our podcasts. I appreciate all of your work, Coach Jen, and I'm loving this journey we are on.
Back at ya.
Thank you all for joining us today for Processing Emotions, How to Feel and Let Go. And until next time, be gentle with yourself.
Bye.
Write your lines with passion, let your spirit freely roam. The lessons of your journey will lead you